Your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Significant impacts from Hurricane Ian already being felt down in Florida. The southwest coast, the Keys, getting hit very hard right now. A lot of rain, embedded, isolated severe weather, a possibility with some of these thunderstorms reaching severe limits and thus could spawn some isolated tornadoes in these cases right along I-75, Alligator Alley there through the Everglades and then up into Fort Myers along the coast. It is really coming down. Even Miami has seen some very heavy rain today. The track, though, will take it north and then northeasterly, headed for the coast. It's the west coast of Florida that will take the brunt of it, and it looks like between Fort Myers and Tampa sometime tomorrow afternoon we're going to have a landfalling hurricane, possibly a major hurricane. At this point it looks more likely it's going to be at least a Category 3, if not stronger, maybe a Category 4 coming on shore, putting its winds around 130 miles per hour and then cutting inland, weakening rather quickly to a tropical storm around Daytona Beach, then turning north and then northwesterly. This is that odd movement. You don't typically see this. In fact, there are no analogs. What does that mean? No comparisons, no direct comparisons between what this storm is going to do or likely do and what a storm has done in the past. Right? For us here in the mountains, we've never seen something like this with a hurricane and then cutting across I-26 and then coming right up at us. So we'll see how this goes. The idea is that heavy rain is going to be our biggest threat at this point. Where will the tornadic risk be? It looks like the northeast quadrant right here is where the risk is going to be greatest as we go into late Saturday and Sunday as the system cuts back across South Carolina and moves towards the Piedmont. So that's going to put areas again from Charlotte, Columbia, South Carolina on up into Greensboro and then back into some of the Piedmont and foothills under the gun for the risk of tornadic thunderstorms. Doesn't mean we couldn't see some of these shift west, just means that's where the greatest risk I think will be. Of course, an east and southeasterly wind means we're going to have upsloping, and that is that air rising up the mountains and along the Continental Divide eastward is where some of the heaviest rain is expected. At this point, these are the numbers, these are the ranges. 5 to 7 inches, pretty common here from areas of Avery, Yancey, Mitchell, Eastern Buncombe, much of Henderson, much of northern Greenville, Spartanburg, Cherokee County in the upstate, on into the foothills for Rutherford, McDowell, and Burke County. West of there, the numbers come down again more significantly as you get closer to Tennessee. Of course, the path shifting west would move more of this heavy rain west. Right now, we think it's going to be east, just east of Asheville, where some of the bigger issues may come in terms of rainfall, flooding, and mudslides. So weather-worn days ahead. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, highest impact from the rain. Still going to keep that wind impact on a moderate level. We will see some gusts that could knock some trees down. Certainly branches could come down. The tornado risk for us now is low, but that could change, of course, with any shift in the pattern and the overall path. Power outages certainly look possible. Now, the heaviest rain starts sometime late Friday night into Saturday, kind of continues through the day on Saturday into Sunday. Not so sure when the rain is going to end. If this storm moves out earlier, it ends earlier. But if it lingers, we could have rain lasting through the day on Sunday into Monday morning. Localized flooding, mudslides a possibility. Then the risks for isolated severe weather are there too. Late in the day, Friday, more so into Saturday, Sunday. So ditches, downspouts, decks. Clear those ditches and downspouts of sticks and leaves, the gutters. Clear all that out. Make sure the water can get through. Bring in loose items from any patios or decks. You don't want things blowing around like furniture or tables or potted plants. Temperatures in the 60s right now. It's cooling down though. We're headed for 30s and 40s overnight tonight. It is going to be a chilly night again. Some frost possible into sheltered valleys and higher up. Highs in the 60s tomorrow for the mountains. May squeeze out some 70s though into the foothills and upstate. There are your weather-worn days though. Enjoy tomorrow and Thursday. Time to prepare, not scare you. We are talking temperatures cooling down significantly as the rain picks up. The cloud cover takes over. Low 60s all the way through the weekend. And even cooler, of course, in the upstate with highs in the 60s Friday through Sunday.